Hey. Last week the RGC debated their favorite consoles to the death. Mo smoked a Famicom flavored blunt, and Ryan dressed for success. The best part of it all was seeing that everyone unanimously voted for the N64, which was my system, to win.
Red Bull Gaming Club. 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 Red Bull Gaming Club.
Rebel Gaming Club Worst Pickup Episode 80! Guys, you got me this week. Ryan, Jordan, they have plans, they're busy. Don't worry about them. I'm going to take care of you. Dan's going to take care of you. First up, guys, thank you so much for everyone that tuned into the console wars. We had a blast doing that. And once again, we're going to try to do another one in 5 or 6 weeks or so. And I guess we should probably just get right to these pickups, because that's why you guys are here. I know sometimes we fuck around a little bit too much. Let's not fuck around. Let's get down to business this week. First up, I went thrifting. Had a little bit of luck this week. It doesn't happen every week, but this week, not bad. First up, we got this PacMan Fever. I couldn't believe it, guys. We know this song is pure rubbish, but inspiring nonetheless. Do yourself a favor and check this song out if you want to hear some cringy shit right here. That was $1. I found a couple Wii U titles for $1.75 a piece. We got Skylanders Trap Team. Nothing special there. And we also got Lego Marvel Superheroes. $1.75 a piece. We found this. This was interesting, guys. So bummed out. Had this had the outer box to complete the set, it would have been something else. But we got the Metal Gear Solid PS2 collection. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this. I saw it just like that. Now, if we had the outer case, we would have been all set. I don't think I'll have any luck. Maybe one of you guys out there has the extra case, but I highly doubt it. These are $5 a piece. I spent a little bit too much on these, but you know, you don't see them like this all the time. Also, made a deal this week with my friend Michaela. She sold me stuff in the past and was very fair about it, and she said she had a Wii and some games that she was willing to part with. And when I found out what Wii it was, I was all over it, because this is one I've wanted for a while. First up, there was a bunch of games. It was a lot of stuff I already had. The only title that I needed really in the lot was this Madden 13. That goes towards my set. And I cataloged my Wii games. I figured it out. I'm about 330 games away from a complete set. So I still have a ways to go. But this was a start, I guess. So the Wii system, you're asking, what one was it? Well, of course, it was the Wii Mini. And I do believe this was, what, the last model that they made. And this is where they got rid of the Wi-Fi. They got rid of the ports to use GameCube controllers. They got rid of just about every function that you would really want out of the system. So this is bare bone, but it's, you know, it's got the red Wiimote. It's a top loader. This thing's sexy, guys. And I paid $60 for this, and like I said, the stack of games. There was like Mario All-Stars, Mario Kart, a few of the other titles, but like I said, this was the main attraction. Michaela, thank you so much. This is going right in the old collection. You know what? I'm getting a little lonely right now, and I think it's time for some news. Why don't we shoot it to our boy, Rax the Great.
Rax, track,
What's up, boys? Yeah, I got some news for you. First up, we got the highly rated, very popular Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifices coming to Xbox One on April 11th. Next up, the Wii Shop channel is finally dead. You can no longer buy any more games on your original Wii. It's over with. Up next, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is getting a remaster, and it is coming soon. But they took out the multiplayer! What the hell is that? That's like a strip club with no strippers. Dan, you ever been to a strip club with no strippers? It's just a club. Moving on, Bardock and Broly are now available for Dragon Ball FighterZ. Let's go, baby! And lastly, Toys R Us liquidation sales have started, and they suck. I mean, come on, 5% off of game consoles and 10% off of games? I get better deals at Best Buy on a regular day. Oh yeah, by the way, Dan, where's Ryan and Jordan? Why are you by yourself, man?
Aw, Rex, they had more important things to do. They can't be bothered with this stupid Rebel Gaming Club shit.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. Just know, I'll never let go, Dan. I'll never let go.
Thanks, Rex. I knew you wouldn't leave me, man. Rex? Rex, you still there?
Dan, you might be alone this week, but like Roy said,
Holy the lonely. Next up, I made some trades. One with Jordan and one with my buddy Ben. The first one I'll do with Jordan. I gave him a loose copy of Soul Calibur 2 on the PS2, and he traded me Saints Row the Third, which I think I haven't played since the first one, and also WCW Backstage Assault. Pretty sure this is hot trash right here, guys, but it's a title I didn't have for the N64, so yeah, nothing special, but you know, help Jordan out. He helped me out. It was cool. Also made a trade with my buddy Ben. I've been so focused on the GameCube the last 9 months that I've kind of forgotten about the PS2, and that's about to change. I'm putting priority in PS2 right now. All of me is going into the PS2, moving forward. So, first up, my buddy Ben, I traded him, well, I fucking forget now, so no big deal. He traded me Mark Echo's Getting Up. I've never played this. This has always been an intriguing title to me. I'm sure you've probably played it. You have, right? Yeah. Not super hard to find, but a cool title nonetheless. And then a super hard title to find. He actually picked it up at GameStop when they were liquidating all their PS2 games years ago. And I think he probably got this for $2, he said, or something like that. And that game is Echo Night Beyond.
Thank you for choosing Global Line for your flight today.
It's unfortunately, it was a disc only. I had to order a replacement case, but the case looks great. I paid $5 for it on eBay. Well worth it. Display's real nice, and I'm excited to play this. Thank you very much, Ben. I feel like a one-player game. I feel like a one-player game with no one laughs when I die. I feel like a one-player game. I feel like a one-player game.
did I hear a tasty tune? This is how it's really played. I'd give you more, but I think I've done enough.
Man, talking about guys in this community. So there's such a massive community of gamers out there and collectors. And one of those is fellow RGC member Nick the Deceiver Grand Champ. He pulled off a stunt this week, guys. This past weekend. He played PacMan with his buddy for 24 hours straight to raise money for charities. And I figured, let's ask Nick some questions, because once again, I'm kind of lonely and bored here. And let's give you some more information about this stunt he pulled.
The 24 hours has begun. Just getting ready here. There's the clock. 24 hours. Come tonight. Evan's the first player. Here we go. Here we go. No time is wasting.
First up, Nick. Why pull a stunt like this? What was the motivation?
The idea of the 24-hour PacMan came about the end of summer last year, and we decided that it could be a really cool way to raise money and awareness for some awesome programs in the community. So it took about 4 or 5 months of planning and trying to find the right date and figure out what game we wanted to do and what rules we wanted to do, and we did it, yeah.
24 hours is a long time to play any game, but did this ruin PacMan for you?
Actually, 24 hours of playing one game actually did ruin it for me for the time being. I'll still play PacMan, it's just I don't want to play it for, you know, a couple months.
And the real question here is, Nick, how much money did you raise for charity, and what charities did you pick to donate to?
The three programs that we played 24-hour PacMan for were the New Story Center, which is an organization here in Rutland that helps women who've been through domestic violence and who are in crisis situations. We also did Mentor Connector, which helps troubled youth and youth in general with older people who are positive and can gear them in the right direction. And we did the Foley Cancer Center, which is a local cancer center here at the hospital in Rutland. And all together throughout the pledges and the door, donations at the door and online donations, we've made over $1,000. I don't know the exact total because some people donated directly online and I don't have access to those accounts right now, but we should have a final total hopefully by the end of the week. Thank you all for following our journey. Don't ever do this. 22 hours. They're exhausted.
And the last question, any plans to do another stunt like this?
So we want to do this a yearly thing, right around this time each year. Next year we had thoughts of maybe doing Tetris 24 hours. We thought it was a good time of year because people get their taxes back and maybe they have a little extra money to donate to the cause. But yeah, this time next year, hoping to maybe do Tetris or maybe we'll do a different game. So if you have any pitches, let me know. Thank you. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 24 hours! 24 hours!
Wow. The Deceiver coming up big, raising money for all those charities. That's awesome, Nick, and I don't know how you did it because I fell asleep at 11:30 that night and then I woke up at 4:30 in the morning, and to see your updates, that's hardcore, man. Way to go on that one. You made the RGC proud.
Nick, congratulations on a job well done on your PacMan marathon. Here is 5 Canadian high fives, or 2 Americans, for my peeps in the States.
Of late, last week you saw I picked up some PS2 shmups, or the week before, This guy's name is Logan. He was a collector. He's getting out of it now, and he seems to be into other things. And it's bittersweet. It's always sad to see a collector kind of get out of it. But at the same time, he recognized that I love this stuff a lot. And he's been hooking it up in little bundles here and there. And we got the next couple weeks all set from stuff I've been buying from him. But I'm going to show you the recent one that I just picked up. First up, we picked up the Contra Adventure. I'd never seen this. I've never played this. And by the way, this whole lot, I believe, was $100, I do believe. And which was a very nice, fair price. Next up, we got Marvel Superheroes. This is another one you don't see every day. And I just love the Capcom Marvel, fighting games. Just the art style is beautiful.
I'm unstoppable. Round one, fight!
Another great one for the collection. And the last PS1 game of this lot was Crusader No Remorse. And this has that isometrical view that kind of is reminiscent of Shadowrun on the Super Nintendo. I've heard bad things about this, that it has tank controls, but I'm curious to try it out myself. And a fairly uncommon game at that. And then I had to buy some PS2 games, because you guys know I'm making the hard push for the PS2. It's almost like it's the year of the PlayStation, but it's not. But it is, for me. First up, we got Metal Slug Anthology. We got Title Legends. You guys saw a couple weeks ago I bought number 2, but I figured I needed number 1. I bought another copy of Neo Contra. You guys that reached out to me about those shmups in this last time, hit me up again. I'm so bad. I got so much going on now, guys, that I'm scattered. And another double is this Capcom Classics Collection, Volume 1. So if you guys are looking for a copy, I got you. Hit me up. Let's try to make a deal. All that, $100. Logan, you're the man. Like I said, it's bittersweet. You're getting out of it, but it's going to a good home. Speaking of people that got out of the collecting and then back in, Brian, the co-op collector. He sold off his whole collection. But of late, he's been doing a series. He invested $50 into his collection, and he buys and sells on that initial $50. It's fun to watch now because it's like shopping. He tells you if he's going to keep the games or not, and well, here's some titles. I wanted to help him out and be part of this movement he's got going on his $50 collection. And for $85, he hooked it up, gave me a very fair price. He hooked me up with Gun Club. Nothing like an NRA game. I heard this is real bad, but the novelty's there. We got Armored Core 2. Ain't bad. And the last game of the lot, I'm super excited to add this, is Haunting Ground. Tight White, you ain't got this shit! Or you might have, you got Kuon, you got a couple other ones, but I now have Haunting Ground. I'm excited, I can't wait to play this. I don't know a whole lot about it. I know someone that might know a little bit more about it. Hold on one second. Mosley!
Alright, Rebel Gamers, so the boys wanted me to check out Haunting Ground on the PS2, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Cheers. So Haunting Ground came out in 2005. It was done by Capcom, as you can see, and it's just a pretty solid little survival horror game. It's very similar to the Clock Tower games, and many people consider it an unofficial spiritual successor to those games. Basically, you're this bitch, ends up in a car accident, and then she wakes up in the cage of a castle dungeon. You end up meeting a canine companion with which you can do just about all the things you would expect to be able to do with a canine companion. He'll mostly just frustrate you and piss you off, but he's got his own minigame, so that's something, right? once you get the hang of it, it's not that bad. Just some of the stuff's not very intuitive. By far the coolest element of the game, outside of the fact that they intentionally sexualized this girl to make the player feel more fragile, is the panic mechanic. That's where when things get a little bit too intense, she will kind of freak out and panic, you know, and start stumbling around and running into things, lots of times nothing. And it makes for a really, you know, sort of tension building experience. It gives it that horror film kind of vibe where you're, you know, turning into that ditzy girl that trips over herself the whole time. And I think it's really neat. If you want solid survival horror, you could do a lot worse than Haunting Ground.
Yeah, so super awesome to add this to the collection. Brian, thank you so much. Co-op Collector, you are the best, sir. That's gonna wrap it up, guys. Thanks for dealing with me in this lonely time of mine. Until next week, guys, we'll be back full force. Man, this is crazy. Getting ready for too many games and putting the music together on top of collecting and work and everything else. I'm a little bit tired. But you know what? That ain't gonna stop me. We're gonna keep these episodes coming, and we're gonna keep collecting until, well, I don't know until when, but you know what I'm talking about. Till next week, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do your thing.